very difficult. You didn't know, if you was gonna make it to see the next day. A lot of drive-by shootings, gangs, um, drugs, prostitution. I think all those type of things. But what I did is I made sure I stayed away from that. I was known as one of the good kids on the block. I always played basketball, and all the gang members like, man, we gotta watch out for him. He got goals in life. Andre came. He was in San Francisco, and I played a pro-am. It's the pro-ams where pros come home. You get 3 NBA players on the team, three um, overseas players, meaning Canada, Europe, whatever the case may have you. Then you get 5 college All-Americans. So I was in there playing. I was dominating, and Andre happened to be there. And he said, "Hi, would you like to come? I would love for you to come play at Halifax." And I was like, "Where?" Like I never heard of Halifax in my life. And I said, "Well, I would love to, but I already signed to go to play in Italy." And so, unfortunately, the Italy deal didn't go through, and I came to Halifax. I came out here, and I was like, "Whoa, this city exists," and it's unbelievable. I fell in love with Halifax. I can't really explain how different they are from American fans. American fans, like it's hard to please them. They want to see this every day. They want to see a certain amount of dunks every day. They're very like Yankee Stadium. If you're losing, they gonna start booing you. You know, here we never had fans to give up on us. They never gave up on us. Even last year when we had a losing record, they stayed there. They stayed there, and this year they came back. And every year we're getting better because our fans, we call them the sixth man. Um, last year in the ABA, you didn't know if the team was going to show up to play. Like, you don't know if they was going to make it, or a couple of times they didn't make it, and we had to hurry up, and Andre and Nancy, who's great at their job, what they're doing, have to hurry up and find a team to get in here because the tickets was already sold and things like that. We wondering what's going on, so by us wondering what's going on, we're not focused on the basketball game. So it was very distracting to players and things in that nature. And so this year in the PBA, I thought it's awesome. We had a couple of mess ups like Montreal team, but they hurry up and fixed it. And it's a proven league, and that's why Andre feels that he's going to stay in this league this year. Anybody could tell you that's my boss. I look at him as a father figure, but me and him bump heads off every little thing. Like he'll say it's raining outside. I say no, it's snowing, and that'll be an argument for 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, and then he'll look at me and say, "Shut up, Crookshank," or "Leave, Crookshank." And so the relationship I respect him as my boss. When he tell me things to do, I do it, and sometimes just let him know that he ain't always right at things that don't pertain to basketball. But he really helped me out to grow into a man. Uh, really helped me to understand the business part of basketball because I'm not going to be playing basketball for long. So, he got me a lot of sponsorship deals and things of that nature. So, I'm happy he's in my life, and he's trying to be like me. That's why he shaved his hair,
Oh,
bald.
did he shave his hair?
Yeah, his hair just like mine is bald.
Oh, okay.
He want to be me so bad.
Oh, just like this,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah. Toughest thing as a team, I feel will have to be my suspension. But me being suspended really pulled the team back a notch. We were so excited to start the season. We was 3-0, and then after I got suspended, it not saying that I'm the god of the team at all, but I think if you take your heart away from the team, it's going to be hard to play off your just a brain. It was very emotional for the team and me, and fans. These Haligonians has taken me in as a Haligonian. Like they Halifax own when they announced me because I'm here doing so much for the community. And when you take a family member from fans, it's gonna be hard for them to appreciate the product. So it was it was a learning experience for everybody. It made me realize that no matter how powerful you are as a player, you always gotta listen to authority. You should never think you're bigger than the situation. The hardest thing was when he suspended me. I was like, I could just go home. He suspended, I go to California, but he made me stay here and look at these games. And he told me come to the game and sit me on the front row. It's like that was the hardest thing ever. Those 7 games made me wiser. But I wish I was here those 7 games. We'd probably be in the playoffs. Les Berry brought defense, and he brought a more structured offense that we didn't have under Rick Lewis, and that got us over the top. As soon as he came, we beat Vermont. We haven't beat Vermont in 12 tries. At the last 2 minutes of the game, it's not about who you have on the court. It's about how you write it on the board, the X's and O's. And it came down to Les Berry. And when we won that game, I was happy. Like, that was like a championship to me. So. One thing with the minor league basketball is you come in with the mindset that you're not going to be playing with them for a while. If you look at all the great teams like the Boston Celtics, Detroit Pistons, when they was a championship contending team, the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, the Lakers, when you look at those dominant teams, you notice if you go look at tapes on them or even YouTube them, they have the same people for years. And they grow together. See, this year we only had 3 returners, Jimmy Twyman, Byron Silverhorn, and myself, and you have to teach everybody else the product, like the plays and things like that, so it's like difficult. Then you have some guys come in and they, I mean, it happens with all teams. You got guys come in used to being the leading scorers, the star on their team, they come here and can't take the role challenge, like being a role player, and I think that was a weakness this year. And if you're owner of the organization and you could get them same players back, I think it's wise to do it. A strength that we have this year is no matter what happened, we stayed together. Players was coming in and out, and we stayed together. We always stayed as a family. We always fought together. We fought, and at the end of the day, it's not about what name is on the back of the jersey. It's about a team. Halifax Raymond, the name on the front. So everybody really fought for the name on the front of the jersey.
Who would you like to see coming back next year?
Brian Silverhorn is my best friend. Jimmy Twyman, John Strickland.
Oh, he was. I just have to say, he was a character.
John, if you only knew, John Strickland, I would love to see him come back. Honestly, my whole team, like the great group of guys, comedians, and they appreciate Halifax.
Tell me a little bit about what life at the house was like this year with all those guys.
Actually, I was fortunate enough to live alone. If we don't have a game, if it's Monday, if our game Friday and it's Tuesday, you can go over there at 4 in the morning, and you think it's 12 noon. They stay up. You got, if one's trying to sleep, the other's probably playing Xbox on a big screen TV. It's real loud. Everybody in the house like, that's why you got the. It's amazing, man. Everybody try to be the father of the house, and it never works out. But I stayed in the house the first year, and it's an unbelievable experience because it brings you closer. You know what the person likes, you know what they hate, you know how to irritate them and things like that. It's like a big old, it's like a family with 12 kids. You had 12 brothers. It's the same thing.